Hey guys, welcome. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing well. Hector, and I'll just have to wait. I have to reorganize my windows right here. There we go. I think it's even smaller. Cool. Okay. So, who do we have? Hector and Jan and Akuma, Better, Burak, Dirty Breaks, Battlefield Soldier, Jonas, Willy, Jono, Adam of the Future, to the future, sorry. Then what? AAK, MF SARS, Chris, Jesser, Kakaput, DJ Beeps, Mr. Meme, Victor, Sounds Epic, welcome. The camera is a little bit blurry. Yeah, I need a new one. We have to live with a blurry camera for now. Unfortunately, as long as it's so big, at least I have to. I have one in mind though already. Just need to order it. Juliet, welcome. Good to see you here. Hi Tev, Ghoul, and Mark, Carlo, Artsy, Raider, and Nicholas. How are you guys doing? Pyroplasma, welcome. No problem, Kubrick, no problem. Epic lights behind the couch, exactly. It's the lights behind the couch are only, you know, for the cat. So to elevate her to where she should be, you know, because she's the queen or the goddess, whatever. So of course she needs some proper lighting. All right. So it is 5 p.m., right? Woo! That means that the embargo has dropped. And we have a few things to go over today. So first of all, I'm always happy to see you all joining the stream and watching me talk stuff. So first of all, we've got to start this properly. I've been invited by EA to a preview event for Battlefield 6, which meant that me and also other content creators and press and everything were able to play the game starting on October 1st until basically today. So we have played this for about a week, but only around 5 to 4 hours every day, because that's when the server were live. So I have a bit of gameplay from this today, specifically for the 3 new maps that we haven't seen yet. So we played the other maps as well, but I just picked out the gameplay from the 3 new maps because I think that's more interesting. And we will also go over cosmetics and progression, because I think this is something that we haven't really talked about yet much, or there wasn't really much info about this. And we also got the patch notes, I think. At least I got a notification. Just really checking it real quick, but I think that we got, yeah, the patch notes for the day 1 patch. So we will be going over those as well. So prepare for a long stream. What else do we have? We also have some other stuff to talk about, but that's what we will go over. And of course, you can ask me whatever you want to ask me, and I try to catch as many questions as possible. Hold on, just gotta quickly open it. I should have done this before, but okay, now it's open. All right, so I think I will probably upload a video as well right after the stream. Not quite sure about that. So, okay, so I would be going over the progression first, I think. Balan! Hey, microphone. Just quickly picking up the question from Raider, I have played the campaign, yes, but I cannot show you any gameplay of it. I'm not allowed to. And of course, I'm doing some cross promotion right here with the skate hoodie. Hey, Screen Warrior. And I'm not allowed to show you any gameplay of it. I will do that, Elros. We will see the soldier skins. So I'm gonna open my first window and then we're gonna head over to it. Hold on. Probably do it full screen. Where's the full screen? Oh, there it is. Oh well. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna get myself some headphones as well, so I can hear what you're hearing. I hope the sound is not too loud from the recording. So, I guess what I forgot to say is I cannot show you any live gameplay. So we're not actually playing the game today, but I can show you the recordings of what I have recorded. Sorry, I completely ignored Twitch again. This is just happening all the time. I'm excited. Yes. Charles and Ulti. Cat immersion. Johnny, welcome. Okay, guys. So this is the start screen, basically. And I've pre-recorded this, so we're just gonna go over this. There should be sound as well. Do you have sound? You have sound? I don't have sound. Because I'm still on the other headset. You have sound, that's good. There we go. So, I'm not sure, I think it's a bit too loud. Maybe more like this. Alright, we go back to this. So, this is the start screen. So, we have a lot of things on the left side where you can select what you want to play. So there's a recommended, which I think was mostly for us. We have the firing range, we have initiation, breakthrough. I've seen that this will be available for Conquest as well, but I think we had this in the beta already. So you can, which is basically solo play. So you can play against bots if you want to. How is the campaign? I'm gonna write the question down. We're gonna talk about this in a second. And then the rest is just 101. So you just click on it and you can read through some information about Rush or Conquest or how to customize your weapon and whatever kind of stuff. So this is basically, you have all these tiles, but we know all of this already. So these are the modes that I think will be available at launch as well. So we have Breakthrough, Escalation, Conquest, some playlists for close quarters. I specifically picked that one out, of course, because we have the server browser right here in featured. I'm actually hoping that they will move it a bit further up so you can find it more easily. Before you're cheering too much, this is the Portal server browser still. So this one, I think I clicked on it as well. Yes, so this one is showing the Portal servers that are hosted. These are not official servers, but at least the server browser is more, well, right in your face instead of hidden somewhere. Yeah, there will be a matchmaking, like in Battlefield 2042. So for the server browser, you have different search options, different filters, similar to, I think, all the server browsers we had. Should be so kind of a mix of the old browsers and Portal. You can look for different tags. If you're searching for hardcore experience, for example, and you can look for different modes and maps. So basically, pretty similar to the 2042 server browser. And then you also have these prepared experiences. I haven't really looked through them, to be honest, but these were experiences that were just pre-made. And I think some of them will be available at launch as well. So it's just something where you are supposed to get a feel for what you can do in Portal. It's not necessarily something that you might want to use for a longer time. You can set up matches against bots. Yes, I will be going into this in a second as well. Game launches tomorrow. We're gonna get into the customization and unlocks right away. So, you can enter the experience code right here. So this is a bit more hidden, but I think the reason is that you not necessarily need the experience codes as much as we did in 2042. And then you can basically click on experience and just post it, you know. I think I'm going back now. Exactly. So we have the campaign. You can install it, uninstall it. You can uninstall it right away if you don't play it anyways. And then we still have the custom search in addition to this. So we have different playlists like attack and defend playlist for smaller modes, or the all-out warfare playlists for conquest and breakthrough combination. I think it's just a lot of tiles that I think that people might get lost, to be honest, on launch day. And then here we have the server browser again. So it's all a bit, and again. So it's all a bit, I wish that this search and browse experience would be right on the top of the menu. So right where you have the bulletin, right below there should be the search and server browser. This should be right there and not somewhere hidden, like in the lower part of the menu. Cyberbug, thank you very much for the $2. Thank you very much for the donation. Appreciate it. Your dog Snow says hi. Well, Ginny is ignoring this, but I think she would say hi as well. The settings have not been improved much, so we still have all of these submenus. I'm not sure what will happen with the day one patch to this, to be honest. And what I think is pretty cool is that down here you have your experiences. So this is where your experiences will show up when you create them in Portal, but you also have these pre-made experiences. And what's important here, for example, this is infantry breakthrough. And this will give you full mastery XP, full daily missions, full assignments, and challenge XP. So you will get XP and you can complete all of these missions and challenges and so on in these experiences, these official experiences. And you can simply click on it, host it, and then within just a second, it will fill up with bots. And then you can play. I played a few rounds of this to test it, and you can play infantry breakthrough and level up your weapons against bots. So this is really, really, really helpful. Definitely makes it a lot easier. And I think what's important as well is that I've seen the option that you can host Portal servers locally, so that you don't necessarily need to host them, or you don't necessarily need a server to host them. Thank you very much for the $20 donation. Appreciate it. As a beta tester, were you able to give your suggestions and feedback to where you were able to ask them about making the UI better? We talked a lot about the UI also within the council that I was in. And yeah, we gave a lot of feedback to the UI. So it is already improved, actually. And I hope that the rest still improves as well with the future updates. This is all pre-recorded gameplay. I will show you pre-recorded gameplay today. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to play the game today. I'm not even sure if it's still live, though. But this is the first thing I want to show you. It's just that we go over the progression and the skins so you know what to expect from this. Exactly. Oh, that was down there, but so you can host it, and then I think with Portal, they've done a really good job with this time. It's definitely an improvement to the first one. So now we're getting into the loadouts. So we have the Pax Armada basic skins right here, and then you can swap the factions, and you get into the NATO skins. And I'm not sure if everyone was aware of this, but the Tombstone skin and also the Phantom skins are only for the NATO. So if you're not playing on the NATO side, you cannot play those skins. But it also means that you won't have copies of yourself running around on the battlefield and fighting against them. So the other side will always look different from your side, which I think is definitely an improvement. And I'd rather take this over, you know, having copies of me running around. Neon, thank you very much for the donation. Is Recon useful anymore after the nerfs? I've played Recon a lot and I still found it useful. Yes. Especially because of the spotting, well, mostly because of all the spotting features that it has. Pre-recorded, yes, this is pre-recorded. Okay. No. It's feeding time. So just because you say the skins look horrible, this is on medium graphics recorded. I just went through this, and I didn't pay attention to the graphics. So they look better if you have it on ultra graphics, of course. So, what else did I show you? So this is what the customization for your soldier looks like. So we have these different characters, we have these different squads, so 3 squads for each faction, and every squad has a different soldier for each class. So with the Coyote squad, you have a different guy than with the Desert Locust right here. So this is how you select your character, essentially. So you cannot build your character like you did in Battlefield 5, but you select it from the squad. And the character, they also have a background and they have a biography if you want to read through that, but it's not in your face. If you don't want to know anything about them, you don't have to, so you don't have to click on it. It's a bit hidden. So, and these are the skins that you can unlock with your progression, basically. So these are the basic skins, and they're still pretty grounded, I'd say, most of them. But these are really just the basic skins. Oh yeah, so you can learn something about the character if you want to, or about the unit if you want to, but you don't have to. If it's not interesting for you, you don't have to. And of course also, I'm not sure, you know, for some people this is interesting. With this character right here, with your squad, you also select the gender of your character. So if you want a female character, you have to go with a specific squad. So you cannot really select it yourself. Yeah, there was a small update for Battlefield 6 today. There was not the Day 1 patch though. The Day 1 patch will be dropping tomorrow morning, which I think will be quite big. So just as a preview, this is what the skins look like. The Phantom skins, also the other ones. Zac Efron skin. That one was blown to pieces, if I remember correctly. Hey, Eduardo. So the skins are pretty grounded yet. I think we will see other skins when the game progresses. I don't think it will get like Call of Duty crazy, but I don't think it will stay completely grounded like these ones we see right here. But for the start you have all of these, like this is a mastery skin, for example, the red one. We're gonna look over the progression in a minute as well. Yeah, and the recon. So basically the same for all of those. And you always have the same patterns, so you have like a desert, a winter, a forest camo, and so on. I can move forward a little bit. And yeah, for the Pax Armada, the skins are different, of course. And you also have these patches right here. So you can unlock them. I think some of them, yeah, this one right here, for example, was in the Road to Battlefield 6 Battle Pass. So these will unlock once the game launches. They were still locked for me in the preview. And then the rest you can unlock through assignments or through your career level. But these are always equipped, and these are equipped across all factions. So you only have one that you can equip for every soldier and for every faction. So they will always be the same. And we have 3 different squads, of course, for the Pax Armada. And the skins also look a little bit different. So they have different accents, for example. A little bit different design. The colors or the patterns are still similar. So I guess should give you a bit of an impression of what to expect cosmetics-wise for the characters. Can you use one squad for attack and defense, or it's different? No, that's really just cosmetic. Santa Boris. I don't know about Santa Boris, to be honest. Catwoman skin when? I don't know. I guess you have to ask DICE for this. So, okay. Jumping forward a little bit. So I guess that should be clear, right? Okay, vehicles. Vehicles are of course different between the factions as well. So we have different vehicle types for each faction. Or vehicles, not types. But different vehicles for each faction. And the skins are also different for each vehicle per faction. So if you play this jet as Pax Armada, of course it will look different than the one you play on the NATO side. So I did not go through all of the upgrades though. Hallo Cod-Fanatiker, das ist pre-recorded. Also ich spiele jetzt nicht direkt. This is the Phantom skin for the tank. Right there. This is the one, hold on, haha, stop. This is the one you unlock as part of the exclusive Battlefield 6 skins within the 2042 Battle Pass. So this one, if you completed it or if you unlocked it, you should have this in your inventory as well. So you start with a few skins when you've completed this pass. Heute noch Schulungsvideos, genau. Today's briefing. Battlefield 6 briefing. So that you can all deploy tomorrow. No Little Bird yet. No, it's in the campaign though. I've already played it in the campaign. It's not in the multiplayer yet. What did I forget? Oh yeah, the weapon customization. So I think I went over all of the gadgets. I'm not sure this is interesting for you. Mastery's progression of vehicles shared between factions. I don't think they're shared, Jodo. I did not really pay attention, to be honest, but since the vehicles are different, I'm just gonna leave that running in the background. Just shoot me questions if you have any. So these are just the gadgets. I'm just clicking through them so you get an impression. The vehicles are different, I think, in their progression, because it's different vehicles. It wouldn't make any sense if they would be the same. Favorite sniper rifle is the, I don't know how it's called, the RRSP or so. How does it have a feel of the older battlefields overall? Yes. For me, it always felt like a modern version of Battlefield 4. Like, all the time. Even the first time I played it, when was it? In February last year. PSR, that's the one. That's my favorite. It already felt like a Battlefield 4, kind of. Smoke grenade is not in every class, no. Servers can be made persistent in Portal, yes. You do not mean the Portal servers. Wait, what? You mean, hold on, so with the persistent servers, you mean if you stay on one server and then you have a map rotation. Sometimes it felt like there is, but I'm not quite sure actually if they met you on a new server. It's different from 2042 though. It's basically the same it was in the beta. You just stay in the you just stay in the end of round screen and then click on continue. But I think it still matches you on a different on a new server. Danke. Also? Mhm. Na los. Tussi. Okay. Is there a magnifier as an optic accessory? No, I don't think so. The cat demands early access, yeah. There will be tutorials for Battlefield 6 as well. Yes, yes. So you won't get thrown back into the lobby every time, but I think you always end up on a new server. There is no real, I don't think there's like the rotation we had in Battlefield 1 or 4, for example. So, then we have the, I think weapon progression should be clear, right? So you unlock all of these attachments through your weapon mastery. I'm not quite happy with this, to be honest. There's no co-op mode, no. With the progression in general. I'm not sure if this was different for us in the preview, but my impression was that you can see right here, this grip, where is it? This grip unlocks at mastery 32 for this weapon. And I think that attachments are unlocked across 40 masteries. And even though the mastery works a little bit different, so you earn a mastery through XP, not only through kills. So it means that kills count for this, damage counts for this, and assists count for this as well. So not only the kills like it was in 2042, but still if like the amount of XP you need would be around 40 kills for one mastery, which means to unlock every attachment on one weapon, you would have to do 1,600 kills, if my math is correct. And I found that the progression on the weapons and unlocking those attachments was incredibly slow. So I'm hoping that maybe this was just for the preview, and maybe I'm hoping it's actually faster in the final release. Because I feel like this would be a bit too much, and it actually gives it the feel of a free-to-play game where you have to grind to finally unlock something. So I'm hoping that this is not the case, or it will be different in the final release. Hey Vernie, how are you? We're gonna get right into this, deep fried gamer. Yeah, but that's just my 2 cents to the mastery. So then we have weapon camos, which I think, oh, hold on, I think I changed it. Yeah, I did. Good. So this is what the normal weapon camos look like. Pretty much like Battlefield 4, you have the different like patterns: forest, desert, snow, naval, and urban. And they're all, well, I'd say realistic, grounded. Yeah, and you unlock them through weapon masteries, which, and I think you unlock the first skin at weapon mastery 20. Well, I can just go back for a second right here. So, and you unlock these, they're not specific for one weapon, but you unlock those across the weapons. So this one, for example, is unlocked at mastery 30 of the M277, and another skin is unlocked at mastery 40 at the LMR 27. So with every weapon mastery you get, you unlock a different skin. Cat likes to talk today. Which means that you basically run around with a naked weapon for a very long time. So that was basically my personal problem with this. Yeah, the cat is really desperate for attention today. No. Ozzy, come here. Yeah, come here. Yeah. Fine. Hier. So. Hast du hier noch? Okay. So. Hold on. So. Weapon charms should be clear, right? We know them from 2042. This is the one you get with the Phantom Edition, and the other one, the bullets, you get with the pre-order edition, or when you pre-order it in general. And then we have weapon stickers. I don't think this is actually important for Battlefield players, but we have them. Some of them you get with pre-ordering or with the Phantom Edition, and some of them I think are from the 2042 pass, but they're so small on the weapon that I'm actually wondering why they even exist. So when you get into the shooting range, you only see it when you use the inspection. So when you have it, when you're like normally holding it, you don't really see it. So yeah. I'm not quite sure why they even exist, to be honest. Kat wanted to join the discussion. Yeah, I don't know. She's a bit weird today, to be honest. I always feel like that. Oh yeah, this is the other Phantom skin right here. This is the Phantom skin for the sniper. The weapon skin. And what's important, what I completely forgot to talk about. I'm not sure that this was clear in the beta. Hold on. Do we have it right here on this one? Yes, that's the ESR. So I'm not sure this was clear in the beta, but we do not really have like advanced weapon skins, but we have blueprints instead. So the skin that you get or for the sniper rifle with the Phantom Edition is a blueprint. So it's a weapon pack, which means that you get the skin plus the attachments that are with this skin. There's no way to test vehicles at the moment, unfortunately. So what you see down here, all of these alternative versions of this weapon, these are blueprints. And this means that you can, when you buy a, I don't know if you, actually I'm saying buying, but because you buy the Phantom Edition, and I'm thinking that these blueprints will also come to the store. But that's just what I'm thinking. I'm not quite sure about it, but I'm thinking it. So that would mean that if you don't have attachments unlocked, that you just buy a blueprint and then you get this weapon with the attachments. But you can only use these attachments on this specific blueprint. You cannot use it across the blueprints. So if you play Call of Duty, you know this, right? So this should be, for anyone who ever played one of the last Call of Duties, you should know this blueprint system. What I'm thinking is that we will end up with a ton of blueprints right here. And at the end, you will still build your own weapon. I'm not a fan of blueprints, to be honest, because if you have... This is gonna be exhausting. Genie. Hold on. Alles gut. The problem with the blueprints is that if you, maybe because of an update or something, you have an attachment that's particularly strong. I don't know what she has. I guess I just have to kick her out. Come here. That people will cry pay to win, understandably. So that's why blueprints are always, I don't know, a bit difficult. Okay, now, yeah, I went over all of the gadgets. So I think we'll just skip forward because I think you all want to see some gameplay as well. Challenges. We have daily challenges. So kills with carbines, score as recon. Simple challenges that you can do every day and get a good amount of XP for them. So definitely recommend to do this. Weekly challenges will be coming as well. I think at launch, not only with the seasons, because we already got like a preview of them. So that's what they would look like. Repair vehicles, assists, and so on. Yeah, just what we know from other games. No, sorry. Aus hier. Nee, wissen wir nicht. Dann? Bitte was, ja? Nein, Genie. Nee, ich lasse mich nicht die ganze Zeit von dir voll überlesen. Back. Sorry. We don't know how much the battle pass is yet. So we have different assignments, and this is actually the way to unlock these skins that you've seen, and also to unlock some weapons and most of the gadgets for your classes. So you have some initiation assignments where you get XP for, so career and weapon XP. And then you have weapon assignments, and for example, this one right here, to unlock the cord, so one of the assault rifles, you need to inflict damage with assault rifles. Or I think this challenge is still wrong, so you need to do kills and inflict damage. And then you unlock the NVO. And then you unlock the cord, and then you need to do stuff with the cord to unlock the NVO, and so on. And then you need to do these challenges in order to unlock the weapons. So a bit of the most complicated way to unlock stuff, to be honest. And that's the same right here for the different, for most of the gadgets and also for the training paths of the classes. You have to complete assignments and then expert assignments in order to unlock this stuff. And at the end, if you have unlocked the Assault Expert Assignment 3, for example, you get the expert skin. So this is a bit overcomplicated, to be honest. And some of those challenges, especially the ones for the units right here, where you unlock your units that you've seen before, so the squads and your soldiers and the skins for them, some of them are really hard to do. For example, there was a challenge, I think, do 30 headshot kills in one match. Like, that's quite a lot, even for a good player. You know, 30 headshot kills. And this is, then at the end this forces people to use Portal and go into bot lobbies or write scripts for kill farms just to get this stuff done. This is pre-recorded, Victor. Chill. I can only show you pre-recorded stuff anyways. Even the gameplay will be pre-recorded. So this is just your profile. Card, the player card's basically the same that we had in 2042. Just a bit smaller. Badges are back, weapon mastery badges. It just looks a little bit different now. So here you can see the progression. You have to earn XP for the masteries and for the unlocks. You have the same for the classes, of course, and then you have your gold, platinum, and elite badges. I'm not sure why we have all of those. Like, we don't have elite skins, I think, this time around. I haven't seen any, at least. You can unlock basically Battlefield 4 style. You can unlock dog tags again by earning accolades. So accolades are like, how are they called? Ribbons. Accolades are like ribbons. So you do like kill an enemy within 5 seconds of them killing your squad mate, and then you get this accolade and you earn them throughout the match. And depending on how many times you earn them, at the end you unlock this dog tag. So this is essentially how this works. Hey Tom? Stocked up on coffee and snacks for tomorrow? Not yet. I still have to do this tomorrow morning. And these are the other dog tags that you get with the battle pass and so on. Oh. Sorry. What else did I show you? Oh yeah, the player card. What I think is nice that you can select a different icon for your player card now and a different title, so it's not connected anymore. Just quickly clicking through this. You can put one badge this time on your player card, not 3 of them, so that's why I don't know why we have so many badges. And you can also put stickers on them. I didn't do any of that. Not really. It's just, I don't know. Like the dog tag, yeah. But the stickers, no. And that's your player profile, so yeah. So that was the progression and unlocks. Hold on, so we also played 3 new maps. I said that already. So we're gonna look over those as well. And it's a lot of gameplay, but just quickly go over it. Just picking up some questions first. So yeah, exactly. We talked about the campaign. So I've played the campaign. I'm not allowed to show you anything for spoilers, of course. The campaign length is about, I'd say, 5 hours. So it's just your average shooter campaign from the length, but also from everything else. It's not bad, but it's nothing that will blow you away like maybe a Red Dead Redemption did, you know? So it's nothing you haven't seen before. It's a shooter campaign. It introduces you to the lore, to the game's mechanics. I think the characters are pretty good. You can connect to them. But I also felt like the campaign or the missions differed a lot in quality. So some missions were really good and really well thought out, while others felt more like something in between. Still, I can recommend to play through it. Also, because you unlock a few things with the campaign. There are some challenges, and you get, I think, like player card stuff, like player card backgrounds and stuff. When you simply play through it, and then there are other challenges like I don't know what the challenges was. I think like play through one of the missions using only a pistol, for example. If you're interested in this stuff, there will be a guide for it coming up, of course. There will be collectibles as well that also unlock more cosmetics, actually. So you can unlock some stuff with the campaign. If you're not interested in doing it, you don't have to. So, but overall, I think the campaign is pretty okay. But like I said, it's not something that will blow you away. It's an average shooter campaign. It's okay. I think usually like 15% maybe play the campaign. So I do understand why they do not reinvent the wheel for this. And especially with the campaign dropping at the same time as the multiplayer, I don't think too many people will play it, to be honest. Maybe just if they need a break from the multiplayer, they will do, but they will not start the game and jump on the campaign. Sweeper, thank you very much for the donation. Is the Phantom Edition worth it? I'm pre-ordering now. First time getting into, and I'm going in fully invested. So you've seen the skins, I think. If not, you just have to go back in the stream. I do like the skins. You also get, I think, one token for a season. I don't think it's. I'm not sure if you can select for which one you take it, or if it's season 1 all the time. But you get one season for free, basically. In the pro version of this season for free. You get those skins, you get the game. Is it worth it? I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I do like the skins, and considering that you start with basically nothing on your characters and on your weapons, I'm actually happy I have the skins from the Phantom Edition. So if you want to start with something, could be worth it. If you buy it on EA, on the EA app, use my code. Oh yeah, before I forget, I actually wanted to do a comment, pinning a comment. Because I got the info that I can get, when you use my creator code, the Catwoman, on the EA app, you get a 16% discount on an annual EA Play Pro subscription. If you thought about getting EA Play Pro for a year for Battlefield 6, this might be interesting for you, because you can basically save $20, I think, on this subscription. Waffle, thank you very much for the Prime sub over on Twitch. Appreciate it. I could have just let this gameplay run, right? Oh, sorry, that was the wrong map. So we have New Sobek City, I think it's called. I remember this map from very early builds when it was just grey blocks. And this was actually a map that we had quite a lot of feedback to because it was like really hard to play at the beginning. It still is in Breakthrough. So this is basically like a huge construction site. So you have different houses. It's all like a huge construction site. It's set in Cairo as well. And we played it in Breakthrough. I think I have some Conquest gameplay as well. And some Team Deathmatch gameplay. For Team Deathmatch it plays great. Oh. Sorry! There we go. Professional streamer right there. Sorry guys. So, again, New Sobek City. Good thing I'm reading the chat every now and again. Yeah, so you have these, I'm dying a lot. These preview events are always very, very sweaty. I think I got revived. Did I? Of course I got a revive. Wonderful. So you have this construction site, basically. As on Breakthrough, this one is really, really, really tough for the attacker. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. The game feels optimized, yes. Yes. When did I play this map first time? Ooh, that's a good question. I think this was one of the maps we played in Stockholm already. So last year in February I was invited to Stockholm to play Battlefield 6 for the first time. And I think this was a map that we already played back then. Really, really early look on that one. But we already felt that this was really a tough one, especially on Breakthrough. And it still is. You get used to it though. This was one of the first matches we had. And then it got better and better with the next matches. But in the first match you don't know where the paths are, where you can go. I think if you don't know how to play the map, it's almost impossible as an attacker to win. It's an I think the map is more interesting in Conquest or in Escalation though. Because with this map, you don't have too much destruction on this map for a reason. Because you already have all of these openings left and right. And it's really hard, like when you walk through a building, you can get shot from every side. Yes, Dominic, you can unlock a few soldier skins with the campaign for the multiplayer. Did they get rid of grenade throwbacks? Yes, David. You cannot throw back grenades in Battlefield 6 anymore, unfortunately, to be honest, from my side. Because I really enjoyed that. It was nice, you know, just throwing back that grenade and you get a kill. I'm not sure there will be a website for statistics, but if you look on your profile in-game, it says profile public or not. So I'm guessing that there will be a website where you can check out your profile, or profiles of others as well. I don't think I will play the campaign on stream again, because I played through it like 3 times already. Mostly because the first time I played through it, I didn't really get the story. Maybe it was just me. Are people overusing any specific OP class? In the preview event? No, actually. I thought people would use the assault more, but they didn't. I saw, like, people use everything, like, all of the classes. So you always had some medics around, you always had a few snipers. You always had engineers to go against the vehicles. And I don't think there will be much difference. So in this example right here, we got stuck on the 2nd sector, which is pretty typical for this map. But like I said, it got better when we got used to the map. Not sure how it will play when everyone has access to it though. And it's a bit like medium-sized map again. So when you play it on Conquest, also on Breakthrough, you have tanks, for example. On Conquest, you have tanks and helicopters. Escalation is a different topic anyways. So it's kind of your normal medium-sized battlefield map. So not like the huge ones that we've seen before, Mirror Valley and Operation Firestorm, where you feel like it's the balance of vehicle and infantry is shifting more towards vehicles. Here you actually have like a good balance between vehicles and infantry. Probably a bit more towards infantry though. Move. Yes, Eric. Hot padding is in the settings again. So you can move where you like the hot towards the middle or towards the outside. To be honest, open weapons don't seem to be much of a problem, so I barely ran into an assault using a sniper rifle, for example. So when I see someone using a sniper rifle, most of the time it's actually a recon, for example. Then again, between assault, support and engineer, they use more diverse weapons. So they use assault rifles, carbines, LMGs and SMGs independent from the class. But that's what I did as well. Like if I want to play an assault or if I want to play support, which I think is more important for me. So if I want to play support or if I want to play an engineer because I will not need to go against vehicles, I just select the weapon that works for me. If that's an LMG, I use an LMG and not use an SMG because the game tells me to. And I think in this case the open weapon system actually works pretty well. So I think we got a bit further right there. I wanted to skip to escalation, because I think it's an interesting mode that has a few weaknesses. You're ready to be the best medic on the server? That's good. That's a good start. Okay, so I think you got an impression of Breakthrough right here. It's a little bit more chaotic. Hold on. I don't know, was it do I have escalation right here? Was it just Breakthrough? Oh yeah, that one was funny actually. Hold on. Gotta get that out. Because there was this build, so this is Conquest, so you can get a better picture of how big the map actually is and how it looks like in the different objectives. And you can get on top of some of those buildings. And there were some specific players, not looking at Squid and the Broken Machine here, that loved to hide up on these buildings. So I had to get into a helicopter and get them down there. That was my mission. There they were again. So, just I think from the atmosphere, it's one of the nicer maps we have. It really has a good atmosphere. So you have, on this one, in Conquest at least, you have enough space to maneuver. When you are in a heli, you have some buildings to hide behind. So this one was actually fun as a heli, compared to the mountain map, where I found that it was a bit hard to get some cover when you were in a helicopter. If you hit them, if it's a direct hit, Mike, I think they're one shot, yes. Tom, I didn't see any significant changes to Empire State. Is there anything specific that you're looking for? Maybe I didn't notice something. Or maybe it's something specific you're looking for. It's just one thing that was still in this build, which was a bit annoying, is that you use... Yeah, you can see right here. That you use the flares, but... Yes, it's fine. That one was fun as well. There's a trench right here, and there are these pipes, and you can go through all of these pipes with a vehicle. That was a bit weird. So what still happens what still happened, I hope this is fixed in the day 1 patch. What still happened is that the flares from the helis and from the jets still ignored your... the missiles from the helis and from the jets still ignored your flares. That was a bit annoying. So you popped the flares, but it didn't do anything. Is the class fixed to gender? No. You have different characters you can pick for each class. So you can pick a male character, or you can pick a female character if you want to. So that's completely up to you. We haven't played Payload yet, no. Yeah, I know. Rice-lettuce, I know. I hope they're fixed for launch. They were not fixed in this build right here. I think you can change the hitmarker size, yes. There's so many options in this game. It was, I think my settings video is like 25 minutes or something. It's just wild to go through all of the settings. You can change so many things and customize them. The question is, do you need all of them? Could be more confusing than anything. Like against ground missiles, it worked though, the flares, but not against missiles from other vehicles. So then we have me dying, of course, as usual. Team deathmatch, which is maybe not a mode that is too interesting for the core Battlefield community, but I actually had fun playing it, to be honest. Yes, it does, Mike. Search and favorite function is yes. For Portal, though, for Portal. I really enjoyed this mode for the reasons that the maps are bigger as compared to Call of Duty, and you can revive your teammates. And this was something that was not in Team Deathmatch and also not in Domination when we played it for the first time. Just to give you a bit of a picture of, like, because I know I can already hear some people saying, oh, you've been in the council, what did you give feedback on because they didn't change this and that. So this was, for example, one feedback that was given from us, that we said, if you have this fast respawn in Team Deathmatch and Domination, but you don't have the revives, it will just feel like a Call of Duty, and that's not what Battlefield players want. So if you add the revive, it feels different and it gives it this Battlefield feeling. And now we have the revives. in domination and team deathmatch. So this is why feedback is important, even though it's maybe for some people it looks like a small thing, but for me it gives this whole mode a different feeling. And they nerfed the shotgun. I'm not sure if this is really visible right here, but it plays different. It's more like the shotgun with the normal pellets is really hit and miss. Like sometimes you're like a meter away from someone and you need 5 shots and you don't know. It's like your bullets spread everywhere but not where they should go. And then, yeah, so they did something about the shotgun. It's not as OP anymore. It's more like a hit and miss or miss a lot and hit nothing. There will be a video coming, Oliver, about this, but I'm not sure we actually need the bot farms this time. There is no changing weather, unfortunately. Twitch drops, yes. I'm streaming right now on Twitch as well. Yeah, just go over to Twitch. Name is the same, the Catwoman. And you can get the Twitch drops over there, yes. Can you turn the dust off? With the graphics settings, you turn everything down to low, you will have less, like, particles and less effects. Alright. So, another desert map, I think, pretty decent one. We're gonna spare this guy from getting shot. Remind me if I forget to switch over again. Okay. Next one. I'm gonna make it a bit bigger. Manhattan Bridge. So, this is the second New York map. So we have Empire State, and this is the second New York map, called Manhattan Bridge, and it's basically self-explaining, it's under the Manhattan Bridge. Pretty tough one as well. I think we had a lot of bots in the lobbies as well. There was not a bot though. Progress for the attachments. I hope they... maybe it's still adjusted a little bit. I feel like it's a bit too much. I mean, if you play Breakthrough against bots, you can get like 100 kills in 15 minutes. But I don't think that this is actually the goal. This shouldn't be what players have to do in order to unlock attachments. This is a very small map in general. So this is, again, another more infantry-focused map. A more dense map. Urban combat map. So a lot of moving from houses to houses. Rooftops. So we have a lot of smaller maps, small and medium-sized maps. And one problem with this map is, hold on, so this is the first sector in Breakthrough right here. This is the second sector, and the second sector, one of the objectives, this one right here, is on top of the building. Now, when you are defending, we're attacking right now, but when you are defending, you can shoot from the top of this building into the spawn of the attacking team. And that's very frustrating as an attacker. So, of course, you can do something about this. You only have one tank, I think, as an attacking team. You can go with smokes and everything, but Like, it always felt like the whole team would have to go with smokes. It gets better though the more you play it. This was actually one map that I did not like at the beginning. Not at all. Even during the council sessions, this was a map where I was like, oh, I don't really like to play it. I didn't really enjoy to play it. But the more I played it during this preview, the more I liked it actually. So the more I found out about this map and how you can move around, I liked it. It's just with a vehicle, it's really hard because you always have to look for mines. The guy just didn't want it to give up. It is a nice urban map though, but we have a lot of nice urban maps already in Battlefield 6. It's just another one. It plays very good on the smaller modes though, but also on escalation. I really liked it on escalation as well. Conquest, not so much. Breakthrough and escalation. Breakthrough, this second sector was kind of strange, but once you got through it, the last sector was no problem at all, because you have so many streets around this. It also doesn't have too much destruction, for obvious reasons. It's not really well made in Team Deathmatch. But it's available in, I think, all of the modes. So no matter what you play, you will get to play this map as well. Questions? I tried the heli on this map, yes. That was not in Breakthrough, but in Escalation. That was really tough. Because... Why is there a guy standing on my tank? With a heli it was really tough because you don't have much space to maneuver between the buildings. Like as a helicopter map, I thought that the one we've seen before, Sobek City, was perfect. But this one right here is like you squeeze in between the buildings, then you might have a tank below you that's just shooting you down. If you go above the buildings, you have another helicopter just waiting for you. There are helicopters in, I think, in Conquest as well. They're not really useful, to be honest, because infantry is just constantly moving from building to building and within the buildings, so there's nothing you can really do. Or not much. I think there's, in Conquest, there's 1 or 2 objectives. They're on the roof areas where you can actually do something as a helicopter, so kinda more like an infantry and tank map. We don't know about this yet one. They said that normally it should not reset. So I'm at level 25 and they told us to not go over level 25 for fairness. So I did not go over 25. Just tried a few things out, unlocked a few things to test it. But they're not sure if it resets with the day 1 patch. So I will see tomorrow if I kept it or not. Did they buff the explosives? I haven't tried that against infantry, to be honest. But against the tanks, it's always been really effective, and that's what they should be, so. I feel like the thermo... what was it called? The thermobaric launcher, I think was so annoying in the beta, right? That was less annoying. So I think they did something about this as well. It's really a tough one with a tank as well, because people are hiding everywhere. You just get shot everywhere, so you always have to... You really... you're kind of forced to have an engineer around, for example, as a tank player. You're kind of forced into the class play, which I think is made in a good way, though. Yeah, the poor guy down there. Okay, so domination. What do I have as well? Oh yeah, King of the Hill. We had King of the Hill in the beta, right? The King of the Hill was also a mode I really enjoyed on this map. It's an urban map, so it's naturally the smaller modes fit pretty well on this one. Just one thing that happened frequently, but doesn't necessarily need to happen at launch tomorrow, is that there were, like, not every game, but there were games when I felt like the hit rate was completely off. And I was shooting complete magazine on someone, they turned around and I died one frame. So this was still a thing in the preview. But they also said they're doing some server stuff and maintenance in the background, so we might experience this, so it might not necessarily happen. That's why I think this preview, this content creator preview, was actually a good thing, because during this week, they had identified some more issues that they were able to fix before launch. Specifically matchmaking and server issues. So netcode is kind of typical for Battlefield as well, yeah. I'm just hoping that the queues will not be too long tomorrow. I heard of 1.5 million pre-orders or something? On Steam? If that's true. I think we can expect some queues tomorrow. But I'm actually really curious and looking forward to see how the modes, how the maps play when everyone is able to play. Because these creator previews, they can be a bit difficult to judge sometimes. Because naturally creators are a bit more like, look at the cool gameplay I have. I've killed 50 people with one shot. So it's naturally a bit more sweaty. I honestly think the movement is great. I didn't think it was clunky at all. I still don't think the movement is clunky. Yeah, that's what actually happened, Lucas. There were not so many people in the preview, and it was actually like, you know, every day that we played was like, oh well, here we go again. Good morning, guys. How was your day? So, because we always played with basically the same people. The one went in the claymore. Yeah, it's a nice map though. But it can be a bit chaotic and stressful, especially around this area right here. I don't know what this is actually. So how you would call this. But like a bit more of this inside building underground area. This is a bit more stressful. Bit chaotic. It's okay. Okay. And the last map. Hold on. Just gotta find it, and I don't want you to see all of the forbidden files on my PC. Oh, the last map. Unfortunately, I only got to play 2 matches on this map, so this is a fairly short video. Of course I had to adjust my shotgun before. So This is Saint's Quarter. Funny story about this map. It was this round here, and it was like halfway through the match. I was sitting on an objective. This is King of the Hill, so the objectives move all the time. And I was sitting on an objective capturing it. I was just looking around and I thought, wait, that's a different map, right? We haven't played that one before. Because when we started into this game, I was so sure that this was Iberian Offensive that we've already played in the beta. And it took me half a match to realize that this is a different map. I'm not quite sure if this is positive. The map plays pretty well though. It's only available in smaller modes. It's only available for Team Deathmatch, Domination and King of the Hill. So we hadn't had this in the bigger modes. I'm thinking it's only available in the small ones. And it plays pretty well for these small modes. But just having this moment where I, as a content creator, that I've played this game for like 2 years now, and even I'm sitting there and I'm wondering like, wait, that's a different map, right? Made me wonder if they should have made them more distinct. So you actually have more of a difference between Iberian Offensive and this one. It's more colorful. That's what you notice. But it's the same architecture, it's the same, like it's the same city. It's set in Gibraltar as well. It's just a different part of the same city. But yeah, that was an interesting moment I had there. After a while, you notice that it has this bridge, for example, that you don't have in Iberian Offensive. So that's when I was wondering, like, no way, that's like we hadn't had this bridge before, and it looks more colorful. But Iberian Offensive is available on the small modes as well, where you also only have this inner city part or inner town part. So you have two maps that in the small modes are very, very similar. Which is strange. I don't know if we ever had that before, to be honest. The two maps were so similar. Nonetheless, it's a good map. It has a lot of cover, a lot of ways to maneuver, a lot of small alleyways, a lot of two people that don't know how to play a shotgun. Yeah. They opted for less of a Battlefield 3 blue tint on this map, yeah, brother Buddha. I feel like on this map you have a bit more, or the whole interior of the buildings is just more noticeable. And the flowers and everything, so oh. Yeah, I don't know why they went for this, to be honest. Qual der Wahl. We basically have 9. Hold on, we have 9 maps, right? Yeah, I think it should be 9. And they're basically set in, I think, 4 different locations. Nonetheless, if you play Operation Firestorm, which is now set in Tajikistan, and the mountain map, I always can't remember the name. which is also set in Tajikistan, they're completely different. The two maps in New York, they're set in the same city. You can see that they're set in the same city. Still, you notice that they're different right from the start. But with these two, Iberian Offensive and Saints Quarter, they're so close. And the two in Egypt are completely different as well. There's actually just these two maps. They're so close. For the small, if you'd never played the small modes, you will never see this map. So, just gonna keep that running for the. I'm just gonna answer some questions. Can't wait for tomorrow. Yeah, me too. Me too. Performance is better. Yes, yes. Performance-wise, the game definitely has improved. Oh, that's a tough one, Vladislav. That's a tough one. Maybe. Yeah, it's same map but more colorful. Yeah. And I need to hydrate. Yes, Kubrick, there will be. There will be a video on the settings as soon as you get into the game. Yeah, settings video coming tomorrow. Of course, so you can hopefully get into the game with the best possible settings. Enemy visibility is still a bit tough sometimes, especially when you're inside buildings and you can shoot out the lights in some buildings and you shoot them out and you have these really dark corners. If someone's sitting in this corner, there's no chance to see them. There's no way you can see them. Unfortunately not, country boy. We cannot change the colors of the reticles inside the scopes. This is something I loved in Battlefield 5. And I don't know why they didn't bring it back. I really loved this. Not for customization reasons or for I want my reticle pink or whatever because I love pink, but just for, you know, sometimes you can see them a lot better in a different color. And that was so good. Also that you could change, I think, the glow of the reticle in Battlefield 5. I would love to see that in Battlefield 6 as well, but it's not there right now. Unfortunately. Thoughts on Assault getting the deploy beacon? To be honest, in the preview, what happened was exactly what what I had expected. We barely saw any redeploy beacons, a lot less than before. Because when you play as an assault, you are someone storming the front lines. So you take a grenade launcher with you, for example. You take the assault ladder. I always have the assault ladder with me because it's so much more useful than the spawn beacon would ever be for me as assault. Because I can, for example, I think I did that here in the video. I can just cross spaces with it. I can go from roof to roof. I can go up on a space where there's no staircase anymore. You can get to all of these places that you would not get before. So I always used the assault ladder. It was so nice to have this. I never used the spawn beacon. And I think on a Breakthrough and Conquest, I think there was 3 times when I saw a spawn beacon. When the recon had it in the beta, I've seen spawn beacons each and every game. And now there's barely anyone using it. So that's actually what I was afraid that this will happen, and at least in the preview it happened. So maybe they change it back, maybe it will change when everyone has access to it. Sometimes the community plays different than press and creators. We can just wait and see. When you have placed the letter, you can pick it up again. Yes. Nice hoodie. Thank you, LJ Smeed. Thank you. I thought I'm gonna do some cross promotion today. Noshaw would be great. Definitely. That's what I thought, Rysel, it is. That's what was actually what I thought, that this map is the Lofoten Island of Battlefield 6. Exactly. What map did you give the most feedback on, and what map changed the most after play sessions? Oh, I think it could have been Manhattan, the Dumbo that we've seen before under the Manhattan Bridge. I think could have been that one. Like the I can talk about it a bit more now. So the very first map. Do you want me to let some gameplay play in the background while I'm talking and answering questions? No, this is pre-recorded gameplay. You cannot play it. I'm not playing as well. It's just pre-recorded gameplay from a preview session that I've been invited to. So the first map that we've played from Battlefield 6 was Cairo. And this was like instant, okay, this is cool. Thank you, Badass Place. Appreciate the donation. We will keep up the content. So, hold on. So I'm just gonna get so I'm gonna have Sobek run in the background, but yeah, it's like probably a personal thing with this map. So that was the first map I played, and that was the one, like that was my first impression of Battlefield 6. And that instantly gave me kind of like, okay, this feels like Battlefield 4. Which was funny. I had already talked about this during the stream in Los Angeles, because before I went to Stockholm back then, I was like, well, that was at the end of February, and I was like, nah, I'm just gonna, when I'm back from Stockholm, I'm gonna go and get a job, and I will give up on that YouTube thing, because Battlefield 2042 is just going down. There's not too many people playing it anymore, not too many people watching the videos, and it's just, I don't know where this will go. And then I played this game, and I came back from Stockholm, and I was like, I will keep going because I know this game exists. And I wanna, which was basically me sitting there like last year, and I want to sit down now, right here, and talk about this game. And make content about this game. Because even though it was just all gray, and there was no textures, nothing, I already enjoyed it. And I think that this was important. It was already enjoyable at such an early state. Because the core was already there. Even though there were a lot of small details we gave a lot of feedback on that I'm happy are not in the game anymore. So yeah. But I think that the map we gave, this one was definitely one we gave a lot of feedback to. And I think the Manhattan map as well. Cairo was basically, not perfect, but Good, right from the start.
You're gonna make it! Hold on! Stay low!
Do you think we'll get maps from Bad Company 2? Erika Arbor again? I don't think Erika Harbor will happen again. Like, we had it in 2042. Not sure they will bring it again. I don't know, to be honest. The rewards in the campaign. Unfortunately, I did not record it. The rewards. Excuse me. But from what I can remember is that you get some player card backgrounds, you get some dog tags, you get soldier skins, and you get one weapon skin. So when you do, I think the first challenge in the campaign, which is actually a funny one, you have to finish a mission without firing a single bullet. It's a bit tricky, but it's doable. And then you get your very first weapon skin that you're gonna be proud of for the remaining 40 hours that you need to unlock another one. No, but this is actually the only weapon skin that I have still. And I've played for 35 hours, I think. A pacifist run, exactly. It works though. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Mike. So this was the earliest that anyone ever, that's what they told us as well when we got to Stockholm all together, is that this is the earliest that anyone has ever got their hands on a battlefield during its development. Like from the outside, of course. So that already gave me the impression that they don't want to repeat 2042. I'm not quite sure about the grind as well, to be honest. I don't know if it was just for the preview. Maybe they had toned it down a bit so we cannot unlock too much in advance. I hope it's a little bit faster once the game launches, because I felt like it was too slow. You haven't played a campaign since Battlefield 3. Actually, I played it, and I'm probably a bit biased for that campaign or for the characters because it's one of my favorite actors having a role in the campaign. So, and they already shared it themselves on Instagram, so I can talk about this. Oh yeah, and we're having XP boosters, of course. I said that before, but they also work in the same way they do in Call of Duty. So you activate them manually, which is good. I always hated this in 2042, that you got this XP booster and then it was running. And then maybe you wanted to try something out and you wasted your XP booster. But now you have to activate it manually, but if it started, it will run, no matter if you play or not. So if you have a 15-minute XP booster and you activate it in the lobby, and then matchmaking takes 5 minutes, it won't take 5 minutes, but maybe it takes 5 minutes, you have wasted 5 minutes of your XP booster. So I always hated this in Call of Duty. But just a tip for everyone, when you start playing tomorrow and you get XP boosters with your pre-order bonus and with the Phantom edition. Only start them from the pause menu. You can start them when you set foot on a map. You press escape on PC and then you have your a pause menu where you can see your challenges and where you can see your XP boosters. And that's when you start your XP booster, not 1 second earlier. That's what I would recommend. Because then, only then you can really make use of this. Yeah, I know, Rice Leaders, I know. I'm not a fan of that as well, but... It is what it is. 15 minutes of time you are alive? What? Well, of time, in general. I can't remember if they worked like this in Battlefield 4. If you say so, okay, then they work like this, yeah. Do you think there's an advantage with the Phantom skins? When you're sitting in a dark corner, you don't see anyone sitting there. I would say even if they have the snow skin, you will not see them. Because it's just pitch black. There were also still some lighting issues on... I don't know which map it was. It was definitely Operation Firestorm. I hope this gets fixed. We have... Oh yeah, we have to look at the patch notes as well. But there were still some lighting issues on some maps. So when you are inside a building and you look outside, it's like a lot... just too bright and it's hard to see something. Or when you look to the inside, sometimes it's too dark. I think it's just some smaller things they have to change. Firestorm lighting got adjusted in the day 1 patch, okay. Good. How many kills does it take to master a weapon in Battlefield 6? You master weapons gaining XP with this weapon. Now, unfortunately, that doesn't mean that when you're sitting on an objective area with this weapon and gain XP, that this counts towards your weapon mastery. I wish it would be like this, but it's not. But what counts is your kills, assists, and the damage you deal. So when you're pretty unlucky, like I am a lot of times, and you only do a lot of assists, it still counts towards your weapon mastery. So it's not like 2042 where only your kills count. That's on the positive side. But then again, you have... you need about around... Like, if you translate it to kills, you need around 40 kills for 1 weapon mastery. 1 single weapon mastery. And you have 40 weapon masteries, from what I've seen at least, per weapon until you have unlocked every single attachment for this weapon. So that's 1,600 kills. If my math is correct. For 1 weapon, to unlock all attachments. Or every attachment on this 1 weapon. In 2042 you got the tier 1 badge after 1,200 kills. Just as a comparison. So if it still works like this tomorrow when the game launches, then this is too slow for a full price title. If it would be a free-to-play title, I'd say, okay, it's a grind, it's normal. It's a free-to-play game, that's how it works. But it's not. It's a full price title, so I think that this progression, the progression on the... Not the career progression, the career progression is perfectly fine. Considering that you also have double XP boosters that make it even easier. So the normal unlocks through your career and through the challenges are fine. But the weapons, the weapon mastery is just far too slow. For me, I don't know, maybe I'm just a bad player. But I felt like it was far too slow. Does the progression challenges seem like you have to go out of your way to complete them? Well, you don't have to, I don't know, do something crazy, like jump out of a helicopter and destroy a vehicle while coming down on a parachute. It's not something like this. It's normally do headshots, deal damage, do kills. For the classes, for example, I did some of the recon challenges. So one challenge was spot enemies on the objective area with recon gadgets. So you just lay breakthrough and fly with a drone, and you got this done in no time. So it's just the stuff that you would normally do when you play this class or when you play a weapon. So it's nothing, I haven't found anything really crazy, but I think that some of these challenges are still get fixed with the day one patch, because sometimes the descriptions were wrong. But there were some challenges that I thought were too much. For example, the one with do 30 headshot kills in one match. I did this challenge, but I did it against bots. Because I think that this challenge is too hard. Yeah, exactly. 2042 was 360 kills to unlock all attachments for one weapon, which I think was alright. And I mean, like, everyone did it against bots anyways, and that's what people will do. And you force people into kill farms if you keep it like this. Do you have much interest in Firestorm? You mean the Battle Royale? I have no idea. We don't know anything about it yet, so interest? If it feels like a battlefield, for sure. So, I would say that while we have gameplay running in the background, I would be going over the patch notes. So bot lobbies are back. Yes. Can you get weeklies done in bot lobbies? Yes. You can do daily and weekly challenges and assignments as well, or everything in bot lobbies. There was yeah, there was one challenge. I'm not sure if it's correct though, that said 4 headshot kills with a sidearm without reloading. But then someone who completed it said he just did 4 normal kills and it counted. So I'm not sure if the description was wrong for this. Because 4 headshot kills with a sidearm without reloading. It works with probably works with a revolver. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick look at the other stuff I wanted to go over with you. Patch notes, for example. So I just have this gameplay running in the background. It's not too loud, I think. Should be alright, right? So, where are the patch notes? They're gone. Battlefield Bulletin is just going wild on Twitter right now. there are the patch notes. So, we already talked about this. Starting tomorrow, when the game launches, there will be Twitch drops. So, be sure to also head over to my Twitch channel. So, head over... okay, got doubled right there, I think. Right there. If you have a Twitch account, if you connect it to your, I think, EA account, then you can get Twitch drops. Gonna have a look at the Twitch drops for a moment. Hold on. Just gonna stop the gameplay right here. Where did it go? There's so many windows open right here. So many windows. Where are they? There they are. So that's the Twitch drops. If you sub on a channel, so I'm thinking a sub on Twitch, that you can get this soldier skin. If you watch for 1 hour, you get this dog tag. If you watch for 2 hours, you get, I think that's the 1014 shotgun, a weapon package for this. And if you watch for 3 hours, you get the vehicle skin for, I think that's the Panthera. So one of the attack helicopters. And we also, if you are a subscriber of EA Play, doesn't have to be pro, but just a normal EA Play, you get this package right here. It says Season 1 package, but Battlefield Bulletin is writing that it's available from October 10. So you should get this in your inventory or to your game automatically. I'm going to show it to you tomorrow as well, because there is an in-game, like, how is it called? Letterbox, where you can go to and then you can claim things, cosmetics, for example. Like this right here, for example, you can claim stickers, you can get them as a free gift. And there are free login stuff as well. So universal weapon skins or vehicle skins or so, or XP boosters. So be sure to always look into this. But I'm gonna show you tomorrow once we can finally get into the game. So, and now I just need to find the update. There we go. Okay, so we don't have to, I'm just gonna... You want to read through this or you want to see gameplay in the background? You want to see gameplay, right? Why am I even asking? Hold on. So let me check on Twitter. What's going on here, guys? What are you guys doing? Pixie. I'm just gonna call you Pixie. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate it. And thanks a lot for everyone following over on Twitch. Very much appreciated as well. Not bought it yet, Steam or EA. Has the OP sniper attachment been removed? No. Where'd the gameplay go? There it is. Just gonna have this running. Hold on. You know what's nice? That I did not show you anything. Shit. Did I actually show you the stuff? I did, right? Just switched over. Did you actually see the Twitch drops and everything? Or was it covered by my face again? I should be streaming more, honestly. I'm just gonna move this over here. So, just gonna, while you can keep watching gameplay and ask questions, I just look over the day 1 patch, because I have another... You saw it, okay, thank you, Pixie. I have another video coming up for later today, so I won't be doing a patch notes video, I think. It's just too much. I already have a video for every day for over the weekend. I don't know where to squeeze in another one. You cannot place mines next to each other, no. And also, you cannot place claymores, for example, right next to a ladder or to a zip line. There's always like a bit of like a safe zone so that someone is not coming up and doesn't have any time to react. If they come up and then they walk 5 steps and still run into your claymore, well, good on you. But they still have time to react. Honestly, Ethan, we had access to both closed and open weapons during the preview. And I joined the closed playlist once and then left for the open playlist because there was 2 people on the closed playlist. So most of the people in the preview preferred the open weapons as well. And not because they were hidden, but because they just preferred it. We knew it was there. We had they were right next to each other, so we had open weapons, closed weapons. It was just a click, one or the other. And I just got into the closed weapons playlist because I wanted to check on how many people are playing it. I got used to, like in 2042, I got used to the open weapons, and now it feels like I just want them to be open still. As a sniper, as a recon, I would always go with the sniper or with the DMR. But like I said before, if I'm playing as an assault or a support, specifically when I'm playing as support or engineer, where I select that class for a purpose because I want to revive my teammates or I want to destroy enemy vehicles, I don't want to be bound to a specific weapon class. This is pre-recorded gameplay words. The campaign, no, nothing in the game is playable offline. To get into the game, into the storage screen, you have to be online already. I don't know what the max rank is. Unfortunately, I forgot to record them, Janam. I don't think I clicked through them. I just clicked through all of the multiplayer unlocks. For now, at the moment, there doesn't seem to be a cap on when you play against bots. I'm not sure it will stay like this. It depends on how many XP and kill farms pop up tomorrow when the game launches. This is not a portal map. This is one of the new maps that we haven't seen before. This is New Sobek City. So this is the second Cairo map. We will see it in a day, yeah. Who was that? The trusty route, okay. Actually, Captain Trips, this didn't happen. Yeah, exactly. Class roles override the weapon choice. For me, that's what happens most of the time. Like, when I'm heading into a match, I always go. I select the class first, and then I select the weapon. So it's always like, which class do I want to play? Which is sometimes just daily mood. So do I want to be more like, if I want to play more laid back, I'm playing with a recon and go with a sniper rifle anyways. Do I want to go all in with a medic? Or maybe it depends on the map as well. If I know that we play a map or a mode that is very vehicle heavy, I'm getting in as an engineer, of course, you know. And then second choice is the weapon. Also depends a bit on the map. So if you have a lot of urban combat like this one right here, maybe I go with a carbine, maybe I go with an SMG. If it's a bit more open, maybe I go with an assault rifle. That's how I make my choices, but class is always first for me. Xturpo, thank you very much for the donation. Appreciate it, guys. Really, really very much appreciate it. I don't think I have a favorite weapon so far, no. Oh yeah, about the sniper attachment, I don't think I answered this one. The sniper attachment, the annoying one that I think is the rangefinder, what you mean, is still in the game. And I still used it, and it's still amazing. If you know how to use it. It's a rangefinder. So I think the problem with it is that you can use it very quickly. You can get in a good flow with this, so that's what makes it really unfair. Yeah, exactly, Galatron, exactly. No, I'm not playing right now. This is pre-recorded gameplay from a preview session that I was part of. Like last week. Unfortunately, we were not able to set up our own portal modes. The cat is back. What the rangefinder does is that you point your crosshair at a target, or which also works on structures. So, for example, I'm in my spawn. Maybe in Breakthrough, there's an annoying sniper on the roof, like 500 meters away. Usually, that would mean I would have to figure out how far away it is, and then like lead my aim, depending on how far and how my bullet drop is on the weapon. What the rangefinder essentially does is that you point your crosshair at maybe the wall of this building, press the button that you have assigned to the rangefinder, and then it automatically sets your weapon to this range. So in this case, it would be 500 meters. And then you can fire at the target with the middle of your crosshair. So you don't have to count in your bullet drop or lead your aim or whatever. You just use the middle of your crosshair and basically get the perfect shot. So that's how the rangefinder works. And I have it assigned to... I can't see my camera. I have it assigned to my... I have these mouse buttons here on the side. Like, I guess probably the mouse that everyone is using, the Logitech right here. So it has these buttons on the side that you can access pretty easily. And I have the rangefinder bound to one of these buttons on the side. So I just aim down sight, click that button, range is dialed in, and then I can shoot and have the perfect shot. And that's what I've seen the video from Jack Frags who talked about it after the Mirror Valley preview. So there was I think that showed how hard it can be to counter this one, especially when you have a really good sniper with this weapon. So it kind of automatically zeroes your sniper rifle. You can still zero your rifle automatically if you want to, but if you have the rangefinder, it automatically zeroes it on whatever point you're looking at. Yeah. Fun fact is, it's on this sniper rifle right here that you get with the Phantom Edition. It's right on there, right from the start. So you can basically, level 1, you can get into the game and use the rangefinder on this sniper rifle. Yeah, I feel like Lee Coming Batch Guys, how do you come up with these names? Yeah, I also feel like the bullet drop is just a huge part of sniping, you know? Like finding out then, especially on the long range, and you can see how that bullet is flying and how it drops, and then bam, you finally got that headshot. Just the feel you have when you do this, and now it's just like, damn, dial in, press a button, just normally aim on your target and you hit the shot. No, you cannot play earlier if you pre-order. They scrapped this for Battlefield 6. Is it possible to scale the UI? Yes, you can scale the size, the opacity. You can scale things separately, like the the mini-map. This part was funny because I thought, like, how many hits does this cover take? Yeah, you can adjust the size of the objective icons, of friendly enemy soldier icons, everything. Hey, Jamie. You get a superior sniper rifle for the premium edition. I wouldn't call it superior, though, to be honest, Kai. It's a bit like an average. I would say it's a, compared to the other two we have, it's more of an average sniper rifle. If it would be the last one and you get it with all the stuff, I'd say, yeah, you would definitely have an advantage. You cannot move the mini-map into a different corner, if that's what you mean. It's more of a starter rifle. I'm too good for the rangefinder. I would use it anytime, still. But then again, there are other attachments that might make more sense for your playstyle. So you might drop the rangefinder anyways. If you want to play more aggressive as a sniper, you will probably drop it for a laser. The recon class has bipods, yes. Rysolitis, I would recommend to play the campaign yourself, because if I would answer your question, I would spoil too much for you. And I don't want to spoil anything. Screaming for ice cream, yeah, I hope it's the good kind of famous, you know? And not the kind of famous where people land in my DMs and they're like, you ruined the game. I hope this is not happening. At least not on a bigger scale. I have been quite some changes since the beta, but I've already done a video about this. There's a nice drone coming down. Like 2 weeks ago, I think. With like 35 changes or something. Major changes that were made. Overall, it just feels more polished. Yeah. There is 6 times scopes, definitely. I'm not sure about the 12 times, though. There was, I think, an 8 or 9. Not sure about the 12 times. So for tomorrow, I will definitely try to get into the game when it launches. I hope we will not get stuck in a queue. During your 2 years of playtesting, did you see anything that got cancelled? Gameplay mechanics, yes. Maps, no. I can't really come up with any specific one right now, to be honest. I don't know any specific game. There were some gameplay mechanics that I can remember were in the game, but then were removed. Or were added again. Like, for example, the revives in Team Deathmatch that were missing at the beginning. I have no idea. We didn't get any hands-on with Portal. Still not, unfortunately. So I don't know what you can actually do, especially with the how's it called? Spatial editor. Okay, so if you don't mind, I would just read through the patch notes on the side and catch your questions as well. So movement is refined with reduced slide to jump momentum. We knew about that already. So this is the new movement that we have right here already. Weapon handling has been rebalanced through general recoil tuning. Yeah. Has already been done. I'm not sure they did some more. Rush and breakthrough layouts revised to deliver a better balance between attackers and defenders. So we might see some difference to what you've seen here in Breakthrough. Portal releases tomorrow as far as I know, yes. Maps improved with better traversal, lighting adjustments and overall performance upgrades. Good, so the lighting adjustments were made. UI and HUD have received a range of polish improvements for clearer prompts, smoother navigation and more accurate displays. So this is already improved in this build right here. Settings and controls expanded with improvements across multiple areas. Sounds good. Audio overhauled game-wide with clearer pings, refined weapon and vehicle sounds and fixes for missing or delayed effects. Netcode optimized to reduce desync. So I hope this means that it's better than what we experienced right here. This is more of a medium-sized map, Lone Wolf. Hey Lunak, how are you? Did you ever get to playtest the campaign before this? Yes. I wasn't in Los Angeles last year. So they basically shipped us to all of the different studios that were working on Battlefield 6. So I've been to Stockholm and to Guildford. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it to Los Angeles and to Montreal. But the first time I played the campaign was in London this year, in January. But just loosely, actually. So we just played a few missions and only parts of these missions, and then gave feedback like how it felt and everything. So we couldn't guess anything from the story or something. And we don't have any drops yet. Drops will start tomorrow. You took 1 month off for this game? For real? Whoa. Air Battlefield, yeah. That was wild when going to Stockholm. Like, the first time flying after 20 years. I spent the whole night before I was flying to Stockholm in the bathroom. Because I felt so sick. Because I was so afraid. Okay, so reduce the speed that can be carried from sliding into jumping. That's the movement, we know that already. Increase the penalty for repeated jumps. Increased weapon inaccuracy when firing while jumping or sliding. So some of this stuff is already in this build right here, especially the jumping and sliding stuff. Adjusted parachute physics, fix an issue where weapon dispersion could spike far higher than intended. Fix an issue where a takedown could launch the victim into the air. I don't think that was necessary to fix. Fix an issue where players could enter third-person camera while alive. What? Why do I not know about these issues when they exist? Fix an issue where players could remain stuck in a downed state after being revived with defibs. Smoother transition when aiming down sights from hipfire. Fix an issue where landing animations played after very short drops. Oh yeah, that was changed. Felt a bit strange sometimes that the landing roll did not trigger even though I tried. Jump landing animations have been updated to feel smoother. Crouch stand transition animations now settle more quickly. Fix an issue where too much momentum was lost when cutting a parachute. Updated parachute skydiving animations. So parachute was definitely terrible in the beta. Good thing they fixed that. So in these patch notes there are a lot of things that I already talked about when I did my video after the Mirak Valley. So you heard about a lot of this already, specifically the movement and weapons and everything. So this is basically what it is right here as well. What class am I going to use first? Oh, depends on the map that we play first, I think. It's just like driving a bus. Oh, I never felt like driving a bus when I was flying an airplane, to be honest. Okay, fix an issue with fall landing speed penalties triggered after a short drop. Fix an issue where firing was blocked too long after going prone. There's a lot of fixes right there. Fix an issue where weapon sights appeared misaligned after sprinting. Oh yeah. Updated vaulting animations. Improved first-person swimming animations. I can't remember to swim. Do we have water on any of the maps? Maybe in the campaign? Hey, if yes. Drops will be active tomorrow and I will be streaming tomorrow when the game launches, so yeah, you can get the drops here. Swimming is probably for Battle Royale. Could be. 2142 I only just played it like for an hour or something. Reduced camera movement when exiting a slide. Toned down camera shake when rapidly starting and stopping sprints. This is good, but there are settings for this as well where you can actually bring it to this state that is right here, so you barely have any movement. Various improvements and bug fixes to melee attack and takedown animations. Various improvements to drag and revive animations. Those already felt a lot better in this build that we had right here. Improved vault detection for more reliable movement over obstacles. Helicopters have been given more power and responsiveness, making them easier to fly and adjust mid-flight. One thing that is still really annoying, and I hope they fix this as well, is that when you play against bots and you fly in a helicopter, these bots have laser accuracy with an RPG on you. So if you just hover in the air for a second, they will shoot you down. I hope they still fix this, because this was a problem in 2042 as well, and they fixed it like after the 6th season or so. So I hope they fix it sooner. And that one is funny as well. You get out of the window, you jump on the roof of that car, and it launches you onto that roof right here. I think this will be fixed as well. Increased tank turret speed, yes, also already in this build right here. Vehicle smoke countermeasures are now more effective. Improved death camera experience. That always sounds nice. Death camera experience. Have you had a nice death experience? Adjusted vehicle mix for hit indicators and updated explosion kill indicator feedback. Vehicle aiming behavior more closely matches soldier aiming. Oh, they could explain why I didn't have to change much in the settings. Vehicle sensitivity and aiming options now use the same default ranges as soldier controls. Okay, that's why. Navigation terrain avoidance has been enabled for surface to air missiles. Fixed an issue where a vehicle could keep showing a lock-on warning for several seconds after being hit by the MBT. Added a visible boost bar for ground vehicles that have a boost. Oh yeah, that's why I'm saying all of these changes were already in the build in the Mirror Valley build. So you heard about a lot of those already. They did fix a lot of those, Mike, yes. So you're not getting launched into the air on small ledges anymore. It's not skate. Favorite weapon so far? I don't know yet, to be honest. Like, I still like the AK, the carbine AK, because it barely has any recoil. You can make your HUD bigger or smaller, yes. And move it closer to the center of the screen. For an ultra-wide monitor, yes. Dark Souls mode. Saints Quarter doesn't seem to be playable on Conquest or Breakthrough. At least I haven't played it during the whole week. I only played it on the small modes, so I think it's only available on the small modes. Okay. Gadgets. Fix an issue where some gadgets could unequip unexpectedly when jumping. Do they fall out of your pockets? Fix an issue where rocket launcher backblast dealt too much damage to infantry. Rocket launcher explosions now correctly check for walls and cover before applying damage. They check for walls? Okay. Removed arming time on rockets, allowing players to fire at floor ceilings indoors to open up destruction. That's good. Oh, thermobaric grenade concussive effect reduced from 2.5 seconds to 1 second. This one was necessary. This one was so annoying in the beta. It was already in this build right here. Thermal scopes improved. Soldiers now appear colder when prone or dying and hotter when sprinting. I did not... Okay. I did play thermals, but I did not notice this. This is interesting. This is actually cool. Fix an issue where a rocket launcher collision could cause double damage. Smoke grenades not detonating was fixed. Tracer dart hipfire crosshair no longer appears when aiming known sights. Repair tool now overheats slightly faster to prevent vehicles from becoming too durable. Not sure that was necessary. Repair tool and defibrillator can now damage enemy gadgets. Defibrillator damage reduced on both quick zaps and charge zaps. Yes, I noticed that. I tried to do a few kills with the defibrillator. And you have to fully charge it up now for a kill. Oh yeah, that was cool as well. That's also in this build right here, but I haven't played with... I don't think I have any gameplay of it right here. The grenade launchers now show the ammo type and the counter on a display. So this is really cool. I just noticed this while playing. I just thought it was in the game before. Screaming for ice cream, thank you very much for the donation. Appreciate it. This is a really cool change. The assault ladder ramp deployment angle was increased to 45 degrees, which was to 54 degrees. It was 45 before. Oh, hold on. We're running out of gameplay. Just kidding. That is good because the ramp is a lot more useful than the ladder. Improved the throwing arc of the AT mine. Updated spawn blocking interactions between ladders. This is quite... Oh, hold on. Tone it down. Not too far. Not too far. There are no ribbons in the game, but we have accolades, so something similar. But it's not like for the ribbons, you always had this 2 spottings, or 2 revives, and the accolades are more specific. So, do 5 revenge kills, and then you get this accolade, and then you get additional XP, and you can earn like, I don't know, 100 accolades per match. You can see them popping up right here, for example. I think I've earned an Avenger and a Trooper accolade. So it's similar, but it's more specific. You want to defib an anti-tank mine. I think you can try that, not sure it ends so well for you. Adjusted gameplay volumes, fixed an exploit where the deployable shield could be used to climb out of intended play areas. It's interesting, all of the bugs people are finding. Adjusted sight and reticle. Oh. Just gonna write something down. Okay. Adjusted sight and reticle for better aiming on the RPG. So there's a lot of fixes and smaller changes for the RPG, for the MBT. The MBT is a lot more accurate now, which is true. Not sure this is good for the tank drivers though, necessarily. It can no longer be hip-fired though, so you need to aim it down sight. Sight and reticle was updated for all of them, basically. I didn't play all of those launchers though. We have an airburst incendiary launcher as well. I haven't played it because I haven't unlocked it, but someone said it's barely useful. So when reading airburst incendiary, I was like, oh, not good. But someone said it's not really that strong. Tox will no longer be destroyed when their owner dies. This is new as well. Yeah, that was really... And it wasn't annoying before, but it's just a nice, like... How do you call it? Like quality of life change. It's pre-recorded. Yorkshire. I'm not that good in multitasking. I cannot read through the patch notes and play the game at the same time. The recon drone was improved, yes. Movement feels more realistic. I think the battery... Hold on, what did they... it flies faster when carrying C4, but the battery drains faster as a trade-off. That's what I noticed as well. So you can still do the C4 drone. That poor guy right there. It was a bot, luckily. You can still do the C4 drone, but your battery will go down so fast that you really have to be close to a vehicle to use it against the vehicle. But you can still do it. It's a good compromise, yeah. So the C4 drone is back in some way, but you have to be closer. Which, yeah, it's a good trade-off, I think. So, weapons. General recoil adjustments. That was noticeable in this build already. On some weapons, I felt like the recoil was stronger than before. Weapon accuracy adjusted. Numerous weapon attachments updated to appear correctly. So there's a lot of bug fixes. Increased bullet spread when firing automatic weapons while aiming down sights. So that was already in the Merc Valley build, where the tap fire was a lot more effective. It just feels good. Tap fire feels so good now. And like, you really have to... like, you actually have a benefit from tap firing. Bolt action rifles, first shot boost now applies to every fired shot. Okay. Added glow to a variety of reticles and improved visibility of the reticles. Rush layouts have been updated based on beta feedback, which is good, because in the beta I think Rush was really tough to play. Same for Breakthrough. Layouts have been updated. Fixed spawn killing issues on Siege of Cairo. Fixed multiple exploits on Siege of Cairo and Iberian Offensive that allowed players to reach unintended areas, so the rooftop glitch that we had in the beta. General performance improvements, improved player traversal on Operation Firestorm, adjusted the lighting on Operation Firestorm to make indoor areas and certain assets brighter where they were previously too dark. That sounds good. So you should not get shot from dark corners anymore on Operation Firestorm. The UI in the HUD was updated. Text and names for select weapons and gadgets for clarity. A lot of smaller fixes actually, like fixed characters, skin names not displaying correctly in the customization menu, stuff like that. We had just to, because I read that comment, or I read a few comments before that said like it's unfair that some people get, like some creators and press get early access so they can already rank up their weapons. But for example, because I'm reading through the patch notes right now, another bug that was caught during this week of the preview of the early access we had now as creators, for example, was that when you had unlocked a weapon or an attachment, you could only use it when you went off the server and then went on the server again. So you always had to get out of a server, had to get out of a match for the unlocks to actually take effect. There was a bug and it was caught during this week, and they could fix it in a day or two, which was something that would have happened at launch. Just imagine, like, I don't think we will have a flawless launch tomorrow, but I'm happy about every little bug that they could still fix. Just maybe based on labs testing, maybe based on creator previews that we also had a lot more than I think ever before. So it's really good just to catch all of these small bugs early, no matter how small they are. People who bought the discs, yeah, they kinda can get into the game already. I saw them, yeah. There is gyro support, yes. I know that some people were posting the campaign playthroughs. I would recommend, if you have access, to not do this, because I know that EA is actively going after these people and take down these videos. And if you don't want to spoil anything for yourself, just don't watch them. Okay, where have I been? A lot of fixes. Navigation controls on the deploy screen have been improved. Mouse navigation in the Comoros has been made smoother. The Comoros now supports southpaw controls. I didn't know it hasn't done this before, to be honest. UI and animations for the training path were updated. Soldier and vehicle overlays were updated. It's like, it's actually a long list of a lot of smaller things that make this whole game a lot more smooth. Oh yeah, air vehicle resupply stations now have a clear in-world icon. I only noticed during this review that there are air vehicle resupply and repair stations. I didn't notice during the beta, even though they have been there, obviously, but it's just noticeable right now. Oh, I can't tell you if the gyro support is working because I haven't used it. The portal site is out right now. Hold on, I'm just gonna finish scrolling through these. Voice chat now defaults to off, okay. So you have to enable it if you want to use it. PC and console settings are now separated. Adjusted graphics quality option. Added an accessibility option for motion sickness friendly combat role. This is in the settings already. It was interesting to see this. So you can kind of turn off the combat role or the animation for it if you suffer from motion sickness. I think this is pretty good. Okay, audio is just in network. That is a lot shorter list than I had expected, to be honest. Improved netcode. Fixed netcode issue with damage feedback was delayed. Oh god. Okay, so you say that portal is out. Just a normal address? Portal.battlefield.com? Where do I have my portal? There it is, portal. Yeah, I'm in the 2042 experience still. Hold on. There we go. Well, if it's there, we're gonna have a look at it. Hold on. No, that was the wrong window. So you could see what I see. But this is what you want to see. Okay. So portal is in. Address is the same. So this is the portal builder. Portal.battlefield.com. I haven't seen it as well before. Well, you can switch to the 2042 builder as well from there. Ah, that's cool actually. Battlefield 6 portal. Let's see if that works. Hold on. I'm not sure it requires my password or anything. No, there we go. Okay. So it looks pretty much the same. Like, how long am I streaming already? 2.5 hours. Import from file. Oh. Okay. So you can import portal files now. Import portal files. Unpublished, published, create new, download. Ah, now you can download the portal files. This is cool as well. What's new? Tips and tricks, community. So there's nothing you can click on right now, at least right here. Create something new. default, verified modes. Breakthrough, Conquest, or Rush are the verified modes. So these are the ones you definitely get full XP with. SDK is Software Development Kit. So this is probably, thank you, Lunak. So this is probably maybe the files you need to get them into Godot, and then you can do your levels right there. Maybe this is how it works. This is for Godot level editing. Okay, I cannot show you Godot level editing because obviously I don't have the engine on my PC right now. I did not expect them to drop Portal right now. Anything else to drop? Maybe the game? I didn't know about. Okay, so default. Did you try Yorkshire? Did anyone try to get in to see if you can see the settings? It's not working. Godot is free, I think, Silver. Okay, so mode. I don't know what I have selected now. I think this should be TDM, pretty much. So maybe... okay, throws me right out. You can go with the Conquest mode. Yeah, then we have more mode settings, but the rules editor is gone. So, okay, so you need to have a custom one to have the rules editor. I have no idea how to use it anyway, so we just got over this. So flag capture time, flag neutralization time. I think this neutralization time is new as well, right? Game time, reinforcement multiplier, tickets per kill taken away multiplier. You can select the map rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Saints Quarter is not available. So you can't even force a breakthrough or a conquest mode on this map. Possibly, Rysolitis, possibly. So let's say Siege. Oh, Cairo's already in there. Oh, so you have a map already in there. Well, it feels a lot better. Then you can do the teams. You can do bot spawns, no bots, backfill bots. Okay, let's see what's writing. PvP AI will automatically... okay, so they have changed it but haven't changed the description. No bots or backfill, so there's only one option for bots now. Let's say we want to do a conquest and you want to play against bots because you want to do some challenges. So you can backfill with the bots. Okay, so you can change the faction you want to go with or the map default. Human players per team, bot count per team, general maximum game size. So I'm going down with this. So let's say I want to play alone, I would have to set this on 1 probably. Friendly fire, squad revive, squad spawn type. Then we have a lot of the modifiers. So if gameplay, basically everything. Hardcore mode got a little skull right there. Stationary weapons on the map or not. Class lock weapons, so you can make your own class locked weapons mode. Reflect friendly fire damage. Definitely on when you do a hardcore mode, so for the ones that always happy to restrict game feedback. What is this? Controls the degree of feedback given to the player via audio or visual cues. Oh, okay. So you can make like a really tough hardcore mode. Disable third person view, passenger seats. Movement, prone, slide, can turn it off. You can turn prone off as well. Sprint, strafe, fall damage, man down type, died or instant death. You can also get into the crawl state again if you want to. Health regeneration, exiting vehicles, vehicle health regeneration, ally identification, compass, you can turn that off. Compass is now turned on by default, by the way, in the settings, so you don't have to go there and turn this on. Crosshair allowed, HUD minimap. It feels like you can actually do, like, if you're a fan of hardcore modes, you can actually go wild on this one. AI on foot deployment, prone sprint, AI squad spawn. Okay. Exiting vehicles, passenger seats. Restrictions. We can enable or disable classes. Weapons that we don't want to have in the game. So, perfect overview of all the weapons that are in the game, actually, right here. This is everything, all of the weapons we have right now in Battlefield 6. That's quite a lot to unlock right there. I'm using this a lot, Screaming for Ice Cream. Like every time I'm getting revived, I'm just pressing Q because I know that it automatically thanks the medic, which I think is pretty good. Can we change pucks to Russia? No, I don't think so. Maybe in the rules editor when you write your own script. Yeah, 128 players seems to be gone though. Hallo Akka. Schön, dass du da bist. Then we have all of the vehicles. Air vehicles, ground vehicles. And the stationaries as well. There are on most maps we have stationary weapons. So yeah, you can enable and disable them as well, and all of the gadgets. Oh dear, all of those gadgets. And there's more to come with the Z's. Okay, now the most important part is, and so I would have a normal conquest mode with bots now. So this would be whatever, conquest for missions. Something like this. Step 2, select a picture. Step 3, verified game mode, normal XP progression for this experience. Look at that. So I don't think it's necessary that you actually make your own portal modes, but if you use the verified game modes, so Conquest, Breakthrough, or Rush, you will, it looks like, no matter if you, or no matter what you change, and no matter if you turn on AI or not, as long as you don't do any changes in the rules editor, so maybe you write a script so AI is just plopping up over and over again at one spot and you only have to shoot at them over and over. As long as you don't do this, it seems like you get normal XP and normal progression. So you can just use this. I don't think you can set an AI. No. Like difficulty. I think in 2042 we were able to set an AI difficulty, like beginner or not. Not quite sure though. But it's not possible right here. But it looks like Yeah, Rhizolitis this could be, because when I'm in game time, reinforcements, tickets per kill. I haven't seen anything where I could actually human players, faction, backfill with bots. That works flawlessly, I think. So this is the experience I had as well during the review phase. So you can either just pick a mode from the experiences, like I showed you before, where you can pick infantry breakthrough, for example, and it automatically fills up with bots and you can just play against them and do your missions and do your challenges and unlock your attachments. I'm not sure whether this is capped in some way though. It doesn't seem like it though. General maximum game size, but that would be 2 now. Human player per team. No, hold on. No, you can go. No, it's 32. Why? Human players per team, 32. Maximum players in the game. Okay. That's a bit weird, actually, for Conquest. Shouldn't that be 64? Oh no, per team. Never mind. That was my evening brain. Yeah, per team, so it's 64 players. Yeah, so you can't, you're right. Braceletitis, you're right. It's probably a copy-paste error in the description then. So you cannot do more than 64 players. Ah, that's a shame. I thought we could still do, if we want to, we could still do the 128. Nah. That's a shame. It's not possible anymore. Maybe they unlock it later. But good news, if you enjoyed doing your weekly missions or some challenges against bots, you can still do that. And you even get normal XP now, full XP and not moderate or restricted XP. For now. But I don't see any way where you could like manipulate this in a way to make it unfair, to be honest. Like, yeah, you can up the match time, but you cannot do more bots. You cannot do 128 bots against you. And when you cannot use the rules editor in these. So there's nothing you can actually, maybe you can set down, hold on, you could set down the, no, you cannot do this as well. No, in these verified experiences, you cannot split the teams. So whatever you set is for everyone. So if you set down the health, because you want to set down the health of the bots to kill them easier, you would set down your own health as well. Okay, that's how they did it this time. Because when you go to... that's good news. When you go to the custom draft, I think, yeah, here in teams, you have team 1 and team 2, and here you can split the teams and have different settings for each team. So here you could do, for example, I'm extremely strong and have 1000% health, but the bots only have 1% health. So I can just use my LMG and just, spray and pray and they all die in a frame. I think if you would do that, you could do static bots as well, for example, in this one right here, and just put them in one spot so you can shoot at them. And that will give you reduced XP. So if you do something like this, you do an actual, which would mean if you do an actual kill farm, this will give you limited XP. Okay, I think that's a good, it's a fair solution. What do you guys think? Well, I think that's a good solution compared to 2042, where you had to like do some magic to get a moderate XP mode out of this. where it was really like, do not touch anything else than these two things, otherwise your XP is gone. That was really annoying. So I think that's a good solution if it works. It's fair. Yeah, exactly. The steady bots are mostly for the testing range, but I know that in the early days of 2042, basically a few hours after launch, we had XP, not XP, but kill farms, where bots were just in one place and they basically respawned in a split second, and you just had to shoot at them and just keep shooting, and then you had those 360 kills for these attachments done within 5 minutes. And of course, that was caught by the devs pretty soon. The stream will be available as VOD. Yeah. Johnny, you can also head over to YouTube. I'm not sure how long it will be available on Twitch. I think for 7 days. But on YouTube, it will be available forever. Hopefully, forever. Mikey Boy has a question. Is it something, right? Do you know how we're gonna end this? Let me look if I can find it. Hold on. I have a surprise for you today. A very, very special surprise. Which is, I think, the perfect way to end this stream. I'm not sure if I can find it though. Let's see. There they are. Oh yeah, there they are. Hold on. Do I have this? Did I cut it out? No. That was the absolute worst end screen I ever had in 2042. Battlefield 2042 at its finest.
Don't be sad. This is just how it works out sometimes. That was something, right? Yeah! Angel does it again!
Again?
Don't be sad. This is just how it works out sometimes. That was something, right? Yeah! Angel does it again!
Oh, that was like, it's the file is named the Angel Trinity. Please stop it. Yeah, that one was something. Absolutely. I honestly make it disappear. I honestly still don't know what they thought about these scripts. What have they thought? Like, how could they really go out thinking that this was a good idea? People would love it. Don't be sad. Man. What was the other one I had? Oh yeah, just another one to remember. Real quick.
I told you to keep up.
A good day's work, but I'm not one to brag.
Don't be sad. This is just how it works out sometimes.
Yeah, we're gonna end this right here. It's just getting worse. I have a full folder with all of them. I have collected all of them. It's my dark secret. They smoke the good stuff. Okay, so guys, I think 3 hours of just talking. about Battlefield 6. This is what I kept going for real. I've never been so nervous before launch of a game, honestly. Okay, so we went over everything. If you wanna watch the stream back, the full 3 hours, there's some gameplay of the new maps. Sobek City, Manhattan Bridge, and Sands Quarter. We went at the beginning for like 30 minutes. I went over the cosmetics, over the progression. There's also a video coming up in like an hour-ish something about this topic, a bit more concise, which I think might be more interesting for the ones who missed it on stream. We went through the patch notes, but this is most of this stuff actually I went over in one of the last videos I've done where it says this is new. And we will be getting Twitch drops starting tomorrow, so you can unlock some skins for the game if you watch over on Twitch. For the ones that missed it. Hold on. I can share it again. Right there. Follow me over on Instagram as well if you want to, because I think I will be doing more like daily updates on when videos will drop, when streams will drop, and so on. And on stuff like, for example, like the EA promo code that I just got an email last night where they told me, hey, you can get 16% off the EA Play Pro subscription now when people use your code. So you guys get this off, not me, but you guys get this. And also, thank you very much for everyone using my creator code. It has been used quite a lot already in the last 30 days. So very, very much appreciated, like actually everything. Everyone right here watching me talking and yeah, just enjoying what I'm doing. And I'm gonna see you tomorrow. So tomorrow, 5 p.m. CET, I'll probably go live a little bit earlier, so maybe we can avoid the queue time. See you tomorrow. I hope you're all excited for Battlefield 6. I hope we will have a good launch tomorrow. Everything will work fine. We will be able to play. We won't get stuck in the queue for the longest time of the stream. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the stream and the info. Maybe this is something we can do more often when this like we have this huge drop of information. It's always hard to get all of this in a video. Yeah. Hopefully more streams soon and a better camera hopefully as well. I still have my GoPro here. I'm not sure. I think this works as well, but I haven't tried it yet as a webcam. Should probably try this out. Alright guys, see you tomorrow. Have a good one. And thanks for the support. Bye bye.